Hey guys, I was actually going to use my other camera for this vlog, but I don't know why. I've decided not to, and I'm using this one. And I hadn't done a video in a couple of days, so I figured I would check back in because I have to keep this up. It helps me feel better. So today is Saturday, April, I don't know. Oh my God, hang on guys. Wait, okay, I think it's Saturday, April 19th or 18th. I don't know. I'm not even sure. Waiting to go to work and kind of cool today. Look at my earring that I'm wearing. It's actually a dragonfly. Isn't that cool? I don't have it in the other ear. I have a diamond. But, yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So I have a dragonfly earring in. So waiting to go to work, and two good things. One good thing is I have two possibilities for jobs. One starting in June. One is like a catering gig. I would be working on Wednesdays, doing catering at a yacht club. And the other one is a second follow-back interview. I didn't think about the wind with this video. The wind might mess up the audio. But the other would be another hostess job at a restaurant. So I'm going to go back into the interview with the second manager, which is very cool. So I'm excited about that. I have to call them on Tuesday. What's going on in your world? Following the Free Britney movement thing this week with Britney Spears and her conservatorship, and people assuming that she's being held against her will at a mental institution. And because I never jump on board with any pop culture trends, I posted a picture the other day with Free Britney on my hand. But I'll tell you why I did that. I'll tell you why I did that is because I have mental illness, and I don't have any shame about it. It's no secret. I have chronic depression and bipolar 1. And I take medicine every single day for it. So, I think most of us have something at this point. But, no, I don't know how I heard about the whole Free Britney movement thing, but I did hear about it. And I researched it, and I looked it up a little bit, and I do think that people need to be a little bit careful nowadays in terms of, believing anything that they hear on the internet, because the internet tends to be my whole door just open. The internet tends to be a just hotbed for rumors to just run rampant, because there's not really any true way to verify anything or kind of garner credibility for certain rumors that start. But there's a caveat to that. The caveat is that more and more people are using social media, so you have people that are on social media that are involved in these people's lives. And like us, like you and me, they post to Twitter, they post to Instagram, and that's the first place that they go to basically share what's going on in their world. And so I think that sort of gives some cautious validity to these things that come up. But anyway, the rumor apparently is that Britney Spears was supposed to do a second leg of her tour that she was doing in Las Vegas. She was going to start a new one, and it was going to be called Domination. I don't know which Las Vegas place it was going to be at. The Park, maybe? I don't know. But she recently posted on her Instagram that her father was sick, and because of that, she was going to be taking a break and focusing on taking care of him and his health, and basically canceled the whole tour or the residency in Vegas. And then there was a podcast called Britney's Gram or something that just, I guess, talks about Britney Spears' Instagram. In like a comedic kind of satirical way, and they receive voicemails at the end of every show from people if they just want to, comment on the show, share something. And apparently somebody called in claiming to work or have worked with Britney Spears' legal team that is responsible for her conservatorship. And if any of you guys don't know what conservatorship is, it's basically when people who have mental illnesses like me get to a point where we cannot take care of ourselves properly, where we just can't function in everyday life. And I'm not talking about being moody or being depressed or not getting out of bed. I'm talking about we can't feed ourselves, we can't bathe ourselves, we can't drink water by ourselves. Conservatorships are generally reserved for people that are in such deep medical kind of states of incompetence, like if you're in a coma, or if you have some sort of medical condition where you literally cannot function or think or make decisions on behalf of yourself. So you have a conservator who comes in and acts on your behalf. Where this has gotten messy and tricky with Britney is because she has a lot of money. And as I always like to say, everybody has their price, and money will basically make you feel like a lot of people care about you, when in truth, if it's not a paycheck and they were on the payroll, they would not look twice when you needed them. So everything has a sort of double ulterior motive, I think, when it comes to Britney Spears. And anyway, so this person called in and said that the reason that she's in the mental facility, not by choice, that she went in against her will because she was getting tired of being under this conservatorship, which her father apparently runs it. Her father is in charge of the conservatorship, which means he is in charge of making all of this decisions regarding her money, her business. And I think that's shady, number one, because even if you trust a family member, which I don't know about you guys, but I don't have any family members that I can trust, let alone with money. You know, when Britney Spears had her breakdown in, was it 2008, her father kind of swooped in and said, you know, because you have a mental illness, you can no longer make competent decisions, least alone with your own money that you work hard for. So he kind of swooped in, and I'm sure he has an entire team of people behind him, accountants, money people, managers, making decisions on her behalf. So she goes out there, she works hard, she makes the money, he makes the decisions, basically. The guy said that Britney is being held against her will at this mental facility. She didn't want to go. She didn't want to take her medication anymore. And she's being held against her will, and the father said, you can use my illness as an excuse, which is what she said initially. And this guy who no longer works for this law firm, apparently, sorry guys, I really hope this wind doesn't mess this whole thing up, but the guy who works for the law firm apparently said that he could no longer continue to work on behalf of her because he couldn't agree with what was going on. So she didn't want to take her medicine anymore. She was driving in a car, which apparently if we have mental illness that's so severe we can't drive cars. And she just had enough, and so she's like, I'm done taking this medicine, and she was checked into this mental against her will. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me just check to see if the wind is affecting this. Hang on, guys. Alright, so I just checked it. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Alright, so anyway, with Britney Spears, so she's being held against her will, allegedly, at a mental facility in California somewhere, and she's not going to come out unless she agrees to go back on her mental health medication. This is what I think, and this is my opinion on the entire thing after kind of following it a little bit the last few days, and being somebody that actually does have mental health issues. This is my opinion on the entire thing. Number one, you don't play when it comes to your medications. Bottom line. If you have been taking a certain medication for years, if you miss one day, it can send you into such a scary place, mentally, emotionally, and physically, that it's scary and it's completely unsafe. So, having said that, for me personally, I had a time where the insurance that I had, which was state insurance here in Massachusetts, made a mistake on their end, and a medicine that I've taken for over 10 years for depression, for anxiety, because I have social anxiety too, Suddenly, my insurance came back when I went to get the refill that it's paused. My insurance is just not working. I can't get the refill. I have to call Mass Health, figure out what's going on. But because I have to take this medicine daily, I can't miss a day. I had to pay out of pocket. Now, I must have been having a good week or a good month because I barely could get by. I think I could buy maybe 7 pills. A month's worth of pills, I think, was close to $400. And I work an hourly job right now, minimum wage, like a lot of people do. I can't afford that. So I was able to, I guess, buy 2 pills, and then I bought 3 pills, and then I bought 4 pills, barely scraping by, and dealing with that entire mess until I finally figured it out. But I did go 2 days without taking the medicine, and it terrified me. I felt so scared. I felt like I wasn't in my body. My brain was all over the place. Physically, I was feeling sick to my stomach. I was throwing up. I had chills. It was terrifying. And it's terrifying, I know, to think that if we're somebody who does have to take a medicine to live, to function in the world, but there's no shame in it. It is scary, though, to think that if we don't have our medicine, we can't function as a human being. That's sad. So, having said that, if she did do something of that nature, I can understand people that say they care about her, either if they're on the payroll or not, saying, you need to go and get this straightened out, bottom line. So I can see that happening. I can also see how fans of hers or people who are against conservatorships, or I think ideally with Britney Spears, it's just people who are against control and controlling people who they view in this world as really innocent and naive. Innocent and naive, and they feel like they have to fight for her because she can't fight for herself, and there have been many occasions where she's flat out said she just feels like she's in jail every day, and I know what that feels like, and it's very true. Having a mental illness, being on medication, I don't think I'm a zombie. I don't feel like I'm a zombie. I think I have emotions. I still have ups and downs, but I can see something like that happening. Now, again, with Britney Spears and all this money, I can see how people would suggest that the only reason they want her to go to this place and get, her medicine straightened up is so she can go back, start doing her tours and doing her shows so they can make them money. And they're exploiting her for that reason. This is why I have a hard time believing that. I have a hard time believing that because I've heard Britney Spears on several occasions say that if it wasn't for work, she would be even worse off than she is, because if she has too much free time, her mind tends to wander and do things it probably shouldn't, think things it probably shouldn't. And as someone who takes medication every day, someone who does have mental illness, I can tell you that that's actually true. When I don't have anything going on in my life, if I don't have something to look forward to, if I don't have work, if I'm not working on something, it's much easier to sink into that deep depression and that deep pit. So I can see her being like, I need to work. Work is good for me. Work is good for my mental state. To the fans, it's viewed as being exploitive of her in a fragile state. So I'm kind of split on the whole Britney Spears thing right now. I think half of it probably is in regards to her father. If her father is sick, I think that's accurate. I think probably she was really depressed in dealing with his illness because maybe he's the one who's kind of kept her somewhat focused and doing work and doing projects for the last 10 years, which she's apparently, from what I've heard. And again, this is all allegedly. I don't know her. I don't know any of these people. Neither do you. This is all, this is all just supposed stuff. This is all allegedly. None of us know any of this being true. I just think from my perspective, and why I wanted to talk on this Free Britney movement thing, is because I think it's a good example of how something that has a grain of truth in today's internet day and age can literally be magnified into a movement. And it's very difficult to discern at that point what is true and what is just projection and kind of emotional projection by people who kind of want to, identify with her or put their 2 cents in. So I think half of it is probably true. And the only thing I can say is I hope wherever she is and whatever she's doing, she's hanging in and getting better. Because when we have mental illness, it doesn't just get better. And I think that's the thing that, that people still have a hard time understanding is that mental illness isn't like the flu. It's not like we go to the doctor, we get, weeks worth of pills, and we're good. We deal with this every day. Our whole life, the rest of our life, the whole rest of my life, I'm going to always have to be somewhat muted because my brain does not function properly. And people believe differently, and that's fine, but I know my brain and my body, and without it, I am just not in a good space to be as productive a person as I'd like to be. So I think, hopefully she'll get better. Hopefully she'll get her medicines under control. And again, with bipolar, which is what I have, you still have these ups and downs. We still have depression. We still have days when we can't get out of bed, we can't find meaning, we can't find purpose. We have no idea who we are. We have no idea how to brush our hair, brush our teeth. We need help. We need constant validation sometimes. And it's a lot. It's a lot for people to be in a relationship with us. It's a lot for people to be partners of ours. It takes a lot to deal with somebody who has a mental illness. But if you view it as it's just another challenge like anything else, then I think it's a much healthier way of looking at it. And that's how I try to do it with myself. I think if it wasn't this, it would be something else, But we all still have to pay our bills. I still have to get up every day. We still have to pay bills. We still have to, pay our car insurance, work. And some of us are too prideful to have Social Security or benefits. Some of us we're too prideful, so we just rather work. We'd rather work minimum wage jobs because it gives us a chance to get out. It gives us a chance to actually, interact with people. But then with me, for example, because I have social anxiety, I can only interact with people to a certain degree, and then I start getting very drained. I get exhausted by it, and then I need to have solitude to sort of come back to myself and refuel. And I think Brittany's that way too. We're very outwardly and creatively, a lot of people who are artists, who are bipolar or have anxiety, we put on a good show. But behind the scenes, at the end of the day, we're very introverted, and we require a lot of stillness and peace. And that's really hard to find for anybody, I think, obviously. But anyway, this whole Free Britney thing, I hope she does get help. I hope she is getting help. I really don't think it's any of our business. I guess we think it's our business, and I guess in a way it is our business in terms of if we use this to get awareness for mental health. In terms of conservatorships, but again, this is a very unique case. Most conservatorships are not with big celebrities or well-known people, so you don't really hear about them. So I don't really know what this can do for conservatorships. I saw there was a hashtag conservatorship abuse at some point, which okay, that's very specific. But I think if anything, this is a good conversation starter about mental health and how it still is stigmatized. And it's also stigmatized in the way that we can't do anything by ourselves. And that's completely untrue. I can't do as much as the next person can do who maybe doesn't deal with anxiety or depression. So it's no different. It's just another challenge. And if this is a way to maybe get the stigma away from it, that, it's not crazy and the people that have mental illness are not crazy, well, I mean, I'm a little, but that's the exception. Everybody's crazy in some way. And if you're not crazy in 2019, I genuinely think there's something wrong with you. So anyway, I rambled a little bit too long. I hope I made some sense on this whole Britney Spears, Free Britney thing. My point is maybe just try to calm down a little bit and try not to project too much onto the people that you look up to or you idolize, because 9 times out of 10 it's a completely different story than you think it is, and by you just pushing your feelings onto it, it's gonna change it even more, and it's gonna just keep kicking the can down the road. So maybe just hope that you hear something official from somebody that's involved in her camp at some point to reassure. And if people still don't believe it, then I guess there's no harm in talking about it. I don't think there's any harm ever. We should talk about everything. I think communication is what would help a lot right now. So this made for an interesting update vlog. I don't even know if I gave you guys any update on me, but that's okay. I'm calling this other job a hostess job. It's kind of near home. It would be similar hours. It's at a really nice restaurant, and I got called back for a second interview, so I'm going to call them on Tuesday and hopefully set that up, because that would work out really nice. And I don't know if I mentioned the catering gig that's going to be Wednesdays starting in June, so I'm trying to be proactive and hopefully get some more work going here, but just wanted to check in. Alright, I hope you guys, wherever you are, you're having a good day. I will talk to you later. Bye.